Welcome back. This is live. This is Sports Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kolanda. I just went for a very short changing room or makeup change to myself. Now I am fully kitted by the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament. It's a tournament, a big under-18 boys and girls that is currently going around the different counties in Kenya, selecting your boy, selecting your girl, of course, for one day to feature in Europe to play in one of the 27 member states of the European Union. And speaking about the European Union, I am very honored this particular time to welcome very esteemed dignitaries and excellencies, together, of course, with the CEO. But first, to introduce Her Excellency, the Czech ambassador to Kenya, or Czechia. I'll ask her about Czechia and Czech. Ambassador to Kenya, of course, Ambassador Nicole Adamkova. Welcome. It's such an honor to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
TV 47. Thank you for making time to come to Cape Media, where, of course, we also have Radio 47. Right now, you could be live on our radio channels as well, and also on the digital platforms.
I'm excited. I'm excited, and thank you very much for the warm welcome. To explain the difference between the Czech Republic and Czechia. No difference, the same country, long name, long title, short name, short title. So whatever you choose, it's still us.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited, of course, because I'm a Chelsea fan, and I remember Peter Cech, one of course the best goalkeepers we've had in the world. Thank you for coming. So you'll explain to me how I can get in touch with him. Also, I have the Deputy European Union Ambassador to Kenya, His Excellency Andre Shimek. It's nice to see you again.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, thank you very much, Tony.
Thank you for making time from your busy schedule. I know you have a lot on your desk.
No, it's always a pleasure to be here. I must say you really are looking top notch.
Thank you.
You should consider wearing it more often.
It's done.
Okay.
Your Excellency, it's done. Thank you very much. Asante sana for actually having me wear this beautiful. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. And of course, I support Chelsea, so definitely blue is my favorite color. Also, joining us this particular segment, we have the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of AFC Leopards, a.k.a. Ingwe, a.k.a. Yamatere. Matere are close, Your Excellencies. Matere are close. So, representing, of course, Ingwe, that is a leopard. Thank you so much for making time. It's after 10, 15 years, it's good to see you here. Exactly. Your Excellency, Czech Ambassador to Kenya, let me just start. I don't know if they've ever given you a Kenya name. I want you to choose.
Not yet.
Let me give you an array of names. Maybe Olivia has mentioned it to you, or Ambassador Andre has mentioned it. There is Nafula, or Atieno, or Bosibori, or Chepto, or Sabeti, or Wanjiru, or which one will you choose, or which one have you selected?
It's up to you, actually, because which of them would suit me best? My temperament and my character.
Let me consult my villagers. We'll get back to you. But of course, Your Excellency, just to get into it, Santi-san, thank you for making time. I know the second finishers, the team that finishes the second in this tournament of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament will be getting rewarded by the Czech government. And of course, let me just get into it quickly. How does sport contribute towards gender sensitivity and equality in the Czech Republic? Now that this tournament is both for boys and girls, and of course, girls are being given an opportunity where they will not otherwise have been given in Africa.
We wanted our EU family, we wanted from the very beginning to include both boys and girls. It was very important for all of us to have both genders on board. And we are really happy that we are already on the way with the tournament. We have agreed with the AFC Leopards.
Yes.
Your viewers may know that actually the head coach of the FAC Leopards is actually Tomáš Trucha, a Czech citizen.
Yes.
And we are proud of it, and we are proud of this partnership.
Yes.
And the idea is to bring the first runner-ups from both boys and girls to spend some time with AFC Leopards, to enjoy the time and to also learn some useful techniques and to have fun. And back to your question about how sport can help contribute to gender equality.
Yes.
I think sport in general just gives opportunities for anyone, because any sport teaches you to win, to lose. You come across victories, you come across defeats. That's actually very useful strategy for life. It teaches you resilience, and it also teaches you the value of hard work, discipline, and everyday hard work, and never giving up. And I think that sport just contributes in bringing up what is inside of each of us. So in this way, I think sport is just a great
Equalize all those things.
yes.
Indeed. And of course, Your Excellency, as the CEO, you've had Excellency speak about how they're excited. Of course, they're partnering, and we also have the coach, the head coach of AFC Leopards in the house, Mr. Thomas Trucha. I'm happy there's that Trucha. It's a Trucha, right?
Trucha. Very good.
Yes,
You're great.
Even my dialect back at home, we like the ha, like the Trucha, the Kuala ha. Yeah, he will tell you that. But of course, bringing in AFC Leopards, this is something, this partnership will give a lot of hope to the 18-year-olds, the 15, the 16, 17 boys and girls from Marsabit, from Homa Bay, from Kilifi, from Nairobi, an opportunity. They've watched your Mashemeji Derby last weekend. I'm sure they want to have that feeling. This partnership, Bwana CEO, must be something, of course, it's a game changer to you.
Thank you, Tony. To me, the partnership should be one of the biggest thing that we should appreciate as a club, bearing in mind that right now, I don't know if you know, we have ladies team and we have also youth team.
Exactly.
Then we come to the senior team. And even what we have, apart from even the youth and the ladies, even in our senior team, also have still youthful players who can still grab this opportunity so that when you move together with our partners, we should at least do something that should benefit or should be beneficial to the club. So far, for us, we are very grateful.
Indeed. Yeah. Of course, Ambassador Andre, I've seen you've been in Marsabit. You are in Homa Bay, you played a bit of penalties here and there, and I saw they scored you. You also got your scoring. I mean, you hit the framework. I hope you can be able to change that in Kilifi if you're going to hit that ball again. But you've seen the success stories from Marsabit. You've seen, I can imagine, Gadamoji, Dakabaricha, Ringa Boys, then Kobala Girls. Those have qualified in the preliminaries, have qualified for the grand finale. They'll be held at Ulinzi. You've seen those success stories. I mean, share with us some of those that are standing for you now that you've been on the ground yourself.
Yes, no, thank you very much, Tony. And again, I mean, it's a great pleasure to be here and to be here also with Czech Ambassador and with CEO of the Leopards. I mean, I am extremely happy and very, very excited, I must say, because I think I must have told you some time ago that, you know, for us, this is a new activity. I mean, we were sort of putting our toe into the water. We were not sure, is it going to be cold or warm or, you know, what's going on. We didn't really have a lot of experience. And so for us, it was a test. And I think it's going incredibly well. And it's actually gaining traction, gaining speed.
Yes.
We get more and more partners that are coming on board. And I think it's giving me a lot of hope that we can actually continue and do this now on regular basis. So we can do something similar next year and the year after. I think it's creating amazing opportunities for the kids. And it's really part of our, part of the reason why we are here as an embassy. We're trying to create these connections between Kenyans and Europeans. And of course, this area of sport is one of the areas where we could, where hopefully we could do it. Yeah.
Indeed, and of course, the Czech ambassador to Kenya, Your Excellency, sports is it's a lifestyle. It's something that actually brings people together. And of course, I was looking at statistics from, correct me if I'm wrong, from the Czech Republic, 10 million people in your country. And I'm looking at the percentage of how many people participate in football, in ice hockey, floorball, canoeing, equestrian, volleyball, basketball. It's a huge chunk. How important is this? Some of the programs or programs or initiatives that you've taken part between Kenya and Czech Republic that are very beneficial, that of course are beneficial in terms of making sport big in both of these countries?
You are trying my sport abilities.
And I'll also ask which sport also you played in your days, and which sport and where you stopped or pursued.
I'm not only an ambassador, I'm also a mom to 2 kids, a girl and a boy. A girl, she's 20 years old, our son 17 years old. Really, since the times he started walking, he put a football
Boots.
next to his foot, and he never stopped kicking the ball until he was 10, 12 years old. It was just, constant sound in our house, in our apartment, him kicking the ball. He would also insist on when I was putting him to bed to play games.
Yes.
I was asked by him to take turns in naming football players all over the world and trying, of course. I was trying to win, but usually it was him beating me.
Yes.
I've been trying to pay as much attention to any sport that would make both our kids happy and making myself part of their life.
Wow. Okay. I'm happy, of course, you have two young ones there, of course, putting you to task in terms of sports. That's very important. And CEO, Czech Republic, you have a coach who comes from Czechia. I'm learning how to say Czechia. I'm happy about the Czechia one. They've confirmed I can say both Czech and Czechia and Czech Republic. I'll also ask you about Mashemeji Derby. I will not skip to ask you about it. How did that game slip out of your hands? I'm an AFC fan. I am a Leopards Matere fan, so I have to put my CEO on task why he lost that very important game. And also, as you answer that particular question, Czech Republic is big in football. I mean, you've seen they have been there. They've won the European Championship back in the day. They're big, of course, in the Olympics. How will Kenya benefit from this exchange program? And of course, and what kind of opportunities will these boys and girls expect from AFC Leopards?
Thank you, Tony. From where I sit as the CEO of FC Leopards, first, I'll appreciate for what our partners are doing.
Yes.
Because from what they have given us, they will give opportunity to these young boys and girls who will maybe come out successfully to go for trials. And at the same time, we as the club, we also at our side also watching, because we have also these categories in our team, both boys and girls. And we have also promised them that we'll also want at least them also to feel, especially these young boys and girls who are coming up, like you saw what happened in our derby, so that they can also see truly this FC. And especially when there's a big game like that derby time, everyone wants to know who is this FC and who is this Gor Mahia. So to me, this is a big opportunity that we have, and we need to grab it, make sure that we utilize it, and our boys and girls who comes out successfully, we make sure that they utilize this opportunity. So to me, it's a great thing, and I am hopefully that because it's just a beginning, we might do more things in future. Yes. For us, we are happy that we have our coach who is from in Czech, and you can see where coach took us from and where we are now. Because actually, when coach came, we were in the relegation zone, and right now we are somewhere. And hopefully, even the other day I was joking with him, we have to take this Mozart Cup. So to me, he has a task And out of what he has done and the capability that he has, we are going to benefit out of it.
Of course, Coach Chuka is in the house. You'll answer that about that FKF Cup if you'll win it or not. Yeah. But your time will come for grilling in the next 20 or so minutes. But of course, Your Excellency Andre, the fans are very big for this tournament. The girls, boys, mothers, fathers who come to the stadiums, the ones who are in Marsabit, the ones who are at Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay, that stadium was full to capacity. I mean, and look at the finals in there. Now you have rewards and incentives for these fans.
Now add funds for FC Leopards.
Now,
because in the country, it's only FC Leopards that has a big fan base.
CEO has confirmed that, of course, and even AFC Leopard fans. All of you are requested to come, of course, to the Ulinzi Sports Complex on the 17th of May. But Your Excellency, you have goodies for fans as well to reward them for the support, as much as they're not coming to do anything, but just the atmosphere they create for the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament.
Yes, I mean, we do have goodies. I think that first, I think the starting point for me, of course, is that people come to cheer the teams or the counties that they support. I think there will be a discussion probably next week about the first prize. We already know that, that the winning teams will be traveling to Europe. Yes. I think this is an exciting opportunity. And so it will, I think, add a lot of energy to the final games, because this is really a massive prize.
Yes, true. That's big.
And so I think also for the fans, this is going to create a very interesting, I think, situation. And the fans, should be helping their team to actually get that prize, because it's a big prize and it's a good opportunity. And so I would expect that they would come primarily because of that. But it is true that we also, because we continue to work with more and more sponsors, we actually, and also, of course, with the member states, we do have certain things that we would like to draw for the people that come to the stadium. So what they actually need to do is they need to register. Yes. So they need to sort of send their WhatsApp, I think, to you or to your colleagues here. And then we will have a list of these different telephone numbers. And then during the final games, during the breaks, we intend to dial those numbers. And then hopefully the person is there, picks up the phone, raises their hand, and then comes down for the different prize. And there will be some very interesting prizes, I think, because we have hotels that are supporting this, we have airlines that are supporting this. So there will be some significant prizes that will be coming up. But I don't want to advertise them yet, but I think that there are things to look forward to. But again, I think prizes should not be the main reason why you come to the stadium. Yeah. The main reason is the game. The main reason is the success of these kids that will be there. The main reason is to send them off or have them participate in a training session with AFC Leopards.
Indeed. If you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. I was speaking about the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament, an ongoing inaugural big, mighty football tournament for the under 18 boys and girls. That's 15, 16, 17 years old and 18 who are participating in this event. Marsabit done, Homa Bay done. On the 4th and 5th of May, it's taking part in Kilifi County. The following weekend should be on the 11th or so. It should be here in Nairobi at the School of TVET, just here in Gigiri. Then, of course, the big one on the 17th of May at the Ulinzi Sports Complex. And that's the reason why, of course, just before I bring in Ambassador Adam Kova, to tell us about, of course, the footprints of the Czech Republic in Kenya. We are asking you a very simple question, and we want you to win. I have airtime. Let me just check. I told you on this show, you just don't only win. I know Ambassador Andre is being very economical with words, but for me, I'm not economical. I just say it as it is. I have airtime. I'm giving away 10 people airtime. I have airtime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have plenty. 10 of you are winning on this show, courtesy of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament. Answer this very simple question. The finals, the grand finals of the the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament will be held in which stadium? Kasarani, Nyayo, or Buhungu, or Ulinzi Sports Complex? Where will the grand finale be held on the 17th of May? Go on WhatsApp, send a 20-second clip in a quiet place. Start with the name Sports Extravaganza, your name, where you're watching this show from, give me the answer, and tell me the reason why you need all this airtime. There is more where this came from. There is more where this came from. I'm just putting it here because I want to do it for display. Now you know. So do your thing, send in as many times as you can. The WhatsApp number that you see on our screens is the same WhatsApp number that Ambassador Andre is speaking about in regarding to you having a chance to win when you watch the grand finale on the 17th of May. Where did you get this kind of goodies? Nowhere else. Check it out only here on Sports Extravaganza every Saturday, 4 to 7 p.m. Let me bring in Ambassador Adam Kova. Your footprints, some of the footprints that you have, of course, of Czech Republic in Kenya.
You may be surprised, Tony, and also a number of other Kenyans, because there are things that you encounter every day without knowing that they are actually Czech-related. Again, Czechia, or the Czech Republic, is a country right in the middle of Europe, Central Europe, 10 million people. In European standards, it's a mid-sized country. So we are not considered small. I believe we are within the EU. We are the 7th or 8th biggest country out of the EU 27 member states. So let me start by mentioning beadwork. Maasai women and Samburu women doing great beadwork. Most of these beads actually originate in Czechia, because in our country, glass work and glass production have really a long tradition. Another footprint, very historic, very long one, bata shoes. Yes. Batya shoes, in fact. Batya is also an entrepreneur, a businessman, a Czech. And his spirit and the spirit of his family and his business model, it was exciting for me to learn, because I met CEO of the factory in Limuru. That spirit with which the company was established in the 20s and 30s, it's still vital and alive, because it's the strong commitment to hard work again, to bring good quality products at affordable price, and a strong sense of caring for your community. Because in Limuru, next to the factory, there is a clinic, there is a school, so it's very much embedded in the Batya philosophy. So there's over 100 stores that is originally related to a Czech businessman and successful entrepreneur.
Well done. Wow, I didn't know that. At least now I know something. Well done, Your Excellency. Bwana CEO, your team must be very lucky to have Thomas Struha. The reason why I'm saying this, and of course you have to tell us why you've had this relationship, this on and off relationship, but we're very happy he's back. He was here in 2020. He's a very successful coach, Thomas Struha. Has been to Botswana, Malaysia, South Africa, Kenya. He's an established coach. Why does AFC love him so much?
I think, Tony, Trusha takes our club as his home. And the relationship he has, starting from the fans and even the officials and even the playing unit, that's why he opted to come back. And even before even I knew him, he has been a follower for Ingwe or FC Leopards for so many years. So to me, I think wherever he was, his heart was still in FC. And that's why, not that we love him, yes, he also loves the club.
Yes.
So to me, he's a man and ready to work for the club. He's a man who, as a club, we are also ready to work with him. And you see that since he came, everything has been running on smoothly.
Well done. Of course, and Thomas Struha, head coach FC, will tell us his Kenyan name as I look for Ambassador Adamkova's Kenyan name. We're still searching on Google to find it. Your Excellency, Ambassador Andre, the county governments must be extremely happy about the kind of engagements you're actually having with them, from Marsabit to Homa Bay, the sports directors, the Minister for Sports that you've interacted with them. What are they whispering in your ear so far about the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament?
I mean, as I said, I think earlier, certainly you can feel the traction. So when we started in Marsabit, I think was a little bit, people were not entirely sure what was going on. I think we had to do a lot of explanation, but now, of course, also thanks to our media partner, I think there is a lot of visibility and there are a lot of expectations, and there is also a little bit of a competition now. In a sense, can this county government do better than the other one?
Yes.
So I think we see that a lot. I mean, in terms of the preparations, how people come, ready, what they are ready to offer, how they organize the tournament in terms of the venues, security, first aid, all the logistics and all that. It's not an easy thing to organize. So, I mean, big thanks to all of the county governments that work with us. It's really impressive, and we are extremely happy to be working with them.
Indeed. Ambassador Adamkova, I mean, besides sports, what are other ways of enabling cultural exchange between Kenya and Czechia?
Going back to my name, you can start by calling me Ambassador Nicole, because you call Andre, and I'm a bit intimidated by being called Ambassador Adamkova in this informal session. So we can be on first name basis.
Ambassador
Tony.
Nicole. Thank you.
Thank you for that. We strongly, the Czech government, Czechia, we strongly believe in providing a wide range of opportunities for young generation, because it is in a way also their responsibility, the world they are coming in and building. For example, last year, we started a project called Cool Czechia, and we are bringing young African leaders from different walks of life to Czechia to spend a week, 10 days, and to learn about our country, to become more accustomed to each other, because we also strongly believe in building people-to-people connections. Another in addition to sport and is obviously culture.
Yes.
This year, for example, it marks the traditional year of Czech music. We are bringing a classical music quartet in the autumn, in the fall, and they will have master classes for young Kenyans to learn from each other, because it's not initiatives like these, and also this football tournament and this partnership we have just entered in. It's never a one-way process. Both sides always learn from each other, and both sides benefit. So sport, music, meeting people, it's just a natural way of how to understand each other better and live together in the Ubuntu spirit.
Ooh, nice. Well said. CEO, you've just had FC Leopards prides itself for being one of the most successful clubs in Kenya, in the region as well as in Africa. You've had, of course, there are those exchanges that we have. I'll put you to task. Maybe I'm not aware of it, but maybe it's happening. How many players, AFC or people that you've worked with, have we taken as AFC to Czechia? There's that cultural exchange. I know your coach represents you. He can go to Czechia and come back to Kenya. But I know you're working in modalities whereby even the players who finish this particular tournament coming through FC can end up in Czech Republic.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. So far, as you have been told, this is just the beginning.
Beginning, true.
And remember, we just also had our celebration Ingwat 60.
Yes.
And we said Ingwat 60 will be a change plan for almost everything. So, and that's why you are seeing us here today. These are some of the things that we were putting in plan so that we start afresh.
Yes.
Because so far we were celebrating Ingwat 60, yes, but we were asking ourselves, what are we celebrating for? Because at 60 years, we don't have what we are supposed to be having. Yes. And these are some of the things that we have decided to come up with and make sure that at least we get this into, we enter into this partnership, and out of this, we should not just leave it alone. We need to start it and make sure that we finish successfully by at least making sure that we get at least a number of players from the club, not necessarily in the senior team, because I told you we have ladies, we have a youth team, and I'm sure out of this, we should be in a position to get at least a number of players going to Europe.
Of course, and I'll put head coach Thomas Chuka to task to tell us which players he's seen or he's looking to see from the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament, so he can put them in the structures. So, coach, be ready with the numbers. You can start calling people to give you names of the players I've seen before you come in. But to bring in Ambassador Andre, the 27 member states are very excited about this particular project. I know initially, as you say, there was a bit having cold feet about what's going to happen, but right now, from the turnout of the support, for example, from the Czechia, from Romania, who are awarding number one, from Germany, who will be in Kilifi as hosting that particular tournament, French. I mean, what are they telling you? Because I know you are very worried that we're not sure about if you do it next year, but from what is happening right now, Ambassador, I'm sure you know the future of this tournament.
Well, I don't know the future. I know what I would like to see, but those are not. Those may be two different things, obviously. But I think I just want to say that, I mean, I don't think that the member states have ever had cold feet about the tournament. So that it would not be, a correct assessment of this. I mean, EU is a community of 27 member states. The EU delegation represents the institutions here primarily, but we are always working together, and whenever we are trying to do some initiatives in Kenya, we're trying to do them together. So it's the same thing here for the football tournament, and I think that there was always an excitement about the idea. But, public administration, sometimes it takes time before people move. It takes time. The wheels are turning, and then you need to produce something. So it's fantastic. I think it's great that we have now Czech Republic coming, very strongly on board. Romania coming very strongly on board. Germany sponsoring the tournament in Kilifi. I mean, it's fantastic, and there will be a lot of visibility around it. For them, even there is an additional, I think, reason, because they are hosting Euro this year, the UEFA Euro Championship, and so it's important to, I think, show that football made in Germany type of thing. So, and that I think what Kilifi is going to achieve. Yeah.
Indeed, Ambassador Nicole.
Thank you.
I got it.
Tony, I'm here. I'm hearing you.
Thank you so much. I know, as just the way Ambassador Andre has mentioned about the Euros, I've looked at the group which Czechia is in, together with Portugal, Georgia, Turkey, in Group F of the Euro 2024. However, I've just mentioned that because also your boy and girl at home always ask you those questions. I'll not ask you much about it. But peace and unity, of course, are very integral in the ethos of the Europe Day. And the Czech Republic has, having split from Slovakia in the 90s, let me just ask, my apologies. Can you highlight how joining the European Union was perceived in the Czech Republic? Because I remember also when you were Czechoslovakia, that's when you won your European Championship.
I think we were second. In the 60s, in the 60s, yeah, or 76, I think 76.
We have to ask the coach, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. I'm
preparing him psychologically.
But it was Belgrade, wasn't it? Belgrade, yeah, the famous kicker. Yeah. Panenka. Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry. We have qualified this year, but I believe it was after many unsuccessful attempts in recent years. So I think Czech football, soccer fans are excited, are happy. You have just listed our opponents, so it's definitely not an easy easy group, but we always believe and hope for the best. We are discussing today Europe Day.
Kenya Football Tournament.
Exactly, thank you. And you've just said that Europe Day is marking peace and unity.
Yes.
And for my generation, it is really not an exaggeration or overstatement, because we joined the EU in 2004. 20 years ago. So this year it's really very special for us. It is because it is the 20th anniversary of our membership in the EU. And in fact, the EU was brought into life after Second World War as a project to keep peace in Europe.
Yes.
Our part of, I'm sorry for the mic, our part of Europe, Central and Eastern Europe, following the Second World War, was left behind the Iron Court, so to speak. So during my childhood and my young adulthood, I lived, my generation, André also, lived behind the Iron Curtain. And the events of 1989 and the fall of the so-called Berlin Wall and Iron Curtain brought democracy and freedom to our country. And then 5 years later, our EU membership became a reality. So for me, whenever I cross border to Germany, Poland, or Austria, I feel privileged that I do not have to, that I'm able to do that, because before we lived in a totalitarian state, so that was also very much under influence of Moscow, and it was very much a satellite to the Soviet Union. We also experienced occupation by the Soviet-led armies. So for me and for my generation, the EU membership is really something special. And back to also your question about Czechoslovakia. We spent most of the 20th century together as one country, from 1918 to 1993. But our separation was really amicable, was friendly. We are now both countries, independent countries, are members of the European Union. We care for each other, and there are no disputes, no difficult issues between us.
Indeed. I've got CEO, the captain of the national team of Czechia, if I'm wrong, Coach Thomas Souček, will be in the Euros. When are we going to see AFC Leopards bring Thomas Souček and any other national players to come to AFC Leopards, and also to come to the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament, and also to come and assist Thomas Troka? He will answer it on his side when at the end of this, the later of this show. But as AFC, you need to bring those players so that now the Europe Day Kenya Football Day Tournament, girls and boys, can believe that yes, indeed, our team can actually bring these people, and they'll be very happy to continue playing that tournament, their career.
Thanks, Tony. As I told you, actually, Ingwe at 60 was the beginning. And out of the plans that we have so that we can have this kind of good things from maybe Czech.
Yes.
Apart from us having the coach from the Czech, with our partnership also, we need also to come up with the other things that also can make the club benefit,
yes,
apart from just maybe what they have studied today. As the two ambassadors have said, these events will be there. Maybe this is the second edition, and maybe we are hoping the third edition will be more of what we're going to see today.
Exactly.
Because even today we were chatting with him, and we were of opinion that Western region is left out. And right now, because we are the leading people in fan base, we need to be recognized. And these are some of the things that now we will put together and make sure that at least we benefit more as the club.
Indeed.
Yes.
That's, of course, the CEO, AFC Leopards, Albert Wesonga. If you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. And, of course, I have the excellencies here, the Czech ambassador to Kenya, Her Excellency Nicole Adamkova, the Deputy European Union Ambassador to Kenya, His Excellency Andre Shimek, as well as, of course, the CEO. If you're joining us, we have a question of the day and we want you to win airtime. I have airtime for 10 of you, 10 today, for you to win. And we're asking you, where will the finals, the grand finals, the big finals on the 17th of May be held? The Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament finals, where will they be? Will they be in Buhungu? Will they be in Mamboleo? Will they be in Kasarani? Will they be in Ulinzi Sports Complex? Go to WhatsApp, go call us, SMS us, go to our social media platforms. Of course, WhatsApp is a big one. Send a short video clip, 20 seconds, telling us your answer, but start with the name Sports Extravaganza, your name, where you're watching this show from, as well as the answer, and tell me the reason why you need airtime, which I'm giving 10 of you. I've shown you the airtime. I have it here with me. Of course, at this juncture, I would like us to take a very short break. And after this break, I'll be bringing in the famous coach who we've been talking about on our set, himself, Thomas Chuha, head coach of AFC Leopards. We also have Christopher Koloti, one of the hitmen of the national team, as well as AFC Leopards. He is in the house, Christopher Koloti. And of course, we're still remaining with the excellencies as well, and also the CEO, to share us more and shed more light as to the next steps after the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament is over. What next, and what will be AFC doing on the ground? And that's what the coach is coming to tell us after this very, very short break.